Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on another episode of Side Flick. My name is Chris. My holy goodness, the news has just been non-stop on the channel lately. So much is going on in the movie sphere. Before I even get to the latest news stories that just dropped hours ago, I just want to shamelessly plug that I did a breakdown for WandaVision episode 8. A lot of great stuff and reveals in this week's episode. So if you've already watched that, go ahead and check out my full spoiler thoughts and everything you missed, including that juicy post-credit scene. And if today you don't get enough of your news fix on, the new streaming service Paramount Plus went ahead and announced a bunch of crazy stuff, like a new Paranormal Activity movie going exclusively there, a prequel to Pet Sematary, even a live action Fairly Odd Parents. So check those videos out if you haven't already, but right now let's go ahead and talk about what just dropped. We're going to be talking about this whole Superman reboot finally happening, Jeepers Creepers Reborn, or as I like to call it, Jeepers Creepers 4, even Godzilla vs. Kong dropping a new clip right now with some more details from the director. That along with so much more. So many of you movie fans, leave me your opinions down below with everything we discuss here today. Y'all are the only ones keeping me sane in these times where I'm just non-stop making videos, so thank you for watching. Starting off with the first news story that probably is going to have a lot of controversy surrounding it, and that is Jeepers Creepers 4. Now, because I am a big horror fan, I do enjoy me the Jeepers Creepers franchise, at least the first two movies. That third film, what an abomination. But I am a fan of that monster, the Creeper, and the lore behind him, and I thought he had so much potential to have so many other movies if only the creator of Jeepers Creepers was not a complete, utter dirt douchebag. I'm not going to go too much into the backstory behind the creator of Jeepers Creepers. You can go ahead and do your own research, but for those of you guys who know, yeah, the name Jeepers Creepers usually has a bad name attached to it. But still, with this announcement right here, we got the word that Jeepers Creepers 4, that is being titled Jeepers Creepers Reborn, is coming out in 2021 in the fall. So that means we're not only going to be getting Halloween Kills, Conjuring 3, Spiral from the Book of Saw, we're also getting another Jeepers Creepers movie that is also meant to be the start of a new trilogy. And the best part yet, it has nothing to do with the original creator of Jeepers Creepers, which is all the great news for me. As far as the plot goes for this new Jeepers Creepers movie, it goes as the film unfolds as the Horror Hound Festival holds its first ever event in Louisiana, where it attracts hundreds of geeks and freaks and diehard horror fans from far and wide. Among them is a fanboy Chase and his girlfriend Lane, who is forced to come along for the ride. But as the event approaches, Lane begins to experience unexplained premonitions and disturbing visions associated with the town's past, and in particular local legend, urban myth, the Creeper. As the festival arrives and the blood-soaked entertainment builds to a frenzy, Lane believes that something unearthly has been summoned and that she is at the center of it. Alright, that seems like it could be a good little setup. You definitely build up here that there's going to be a large crowd, a bunch of freaks and geeks who are big horror fans. It kind of is giving me a little bit of vibes of Jeepers Creepers 2 with those kids in the school bus, just a large group being hunted down one by one. I don't know if I expect this movie to be that good because the quality has really dipped in the Jeepers Creepers franchise, but if this is the start of a new trilogy, this might be the last shot the Jeepers Creepers franchise has to kind of win horror fans over and keep its namestay in the horror community. I really just wanted to throw it out to you guys out there. For fans of the Jeepers Creepers franchise, are you willing to watch this fourth movie? Are you excited for a whole new trilogy? And do you think this movie coming out this fall is going to be any good? Moving on to a first look on a Marvel movie here that I am highly anticipating, and that is Shang-Chi. I've been saying this a lot. The reason I'm most excited for this movie is just because they are going to be doing a lot of martial arts kung fu in this movie, and I've been missing some films with that type of style. And it looks like we have our first look here of the costume that Shang-Chi is going to be wearing in the movie, thanks to a leaked Lego set piece. I gotta admit, the costume is a little more simplistic than I would have thought compared to some of the concept art that we've gotten, but maybe this is just gonna be the little prototype suit, the little starting off suit, the thing that just gives him his basic colors, and then by the end of the film, he'll be getting a whole upgrade, or he'll create some whole other suit that'll be a little more traditional in line than what we've gotten before. But this is what you can expect to see out of Shang-Chi. It's just funny to think that this was a movie we were supposed to have already seen by now, but it just keeps getting pushed and pushed, and yet Marvel has not stopped the train of making Marvel movies. Like, they're currently filming Spider-Man 3, they have Thor 4 filming right now, they're about to shoot Guardians 3, and right now 2021 is kind of the year of Marvel, with them just non-stop giving us fantastic shows on Disney+. This is kind of something to be excited about, and I just wanted to see your guys' opinions on what y'all thought, and is this even a movie you're excited about out of everything that Marvel has announced? Speaking about a horror movie that I am excited about and a huge fan of is we have The Collected. Now, I was talking about how Jeepers Creepers is a franchise that has just really lost its way. The Collector series has just gone up in quality all the time, and I think is an individual that deserves his stay as a new horror icon. And we are getting the third installment in this movie come later this year. At least that's what we hope. And we have our first look to what the movie's going to be looking like. If you guys have not heard about the Collector series, it's a really fascinating story. It basically follows this serial killer that loves to collect people. The first movie deals with him attacking a rich family home when a burglar steps in and realizes he's not the only one there. The burglar then has to become the hero and save this family that he was trying to rob from because the killer is there trying to collect this family. The second film I thought was even done better, so I'm highly anticipating this third film. I like the look of it so far. You can see here him dressed as a police officer with what seems to be a machete in his hands, about to slice off the arm of this police officer. You also have the return of some recurring characters in the series so far, something that I love that horror franchises do. Instead of just bringing in a whole new set of characters every single time, they have main characters that have gone through all these films, the Collector's Mask and whatnot. This is a film I'm really anticipating, and I know there's a fan base out there for it, so this is something I for sure wanted to bring up to you guys. Are there any fans out there for The Collected, and are you anticipating this horror movie? One movie that I think is undeniably being anticipated just so much is Godzilla vs. Kong, and we just had the director right here release a full clip of the movie that, even though I feel like they could have chosen a better scene, because we have seen this specific spot of Godzilla vs. Kong just endlessly in the trailers. This right here where you're looking at is the clip from Godzilla vs. Kong. It's just Godzilla about to go in and take Kong. One cool thing I do like from this clip is the way Godzilla is dragging this ship across. It's almost like he is Jaws in this situation to King Kong, as in the shark coming in to take Kong down. I kind of like that little symbolism right there and what the director was trying to do.
And along with this clip that was released, they also even went ahead and released more TV spots for Godzilla vs. Kong. At this point, just bring it together and give us a full trailer. One cool thing to know from one of the TV spots, though, it looks like Kong is trapped in what seems to be a fake Kong Skull Island. That's an interesting little dilemma right there. Other than that, the other TV spot just had a great shot of Kong coming up on Godzilla's back and taking him down. It seems like these trailers are really favoring one way on Kong. I might just be getting my hopes up, or it could be the opposite, where they're setting up Godzilla to be the winner.
By the way, I did go ahead and post on the channel a video of a leaked look at one of the villains in Godzilla vs. Kong we all knew would be showing up. It was no surprise, but if you want the full reveal of that shiny beast, you can check out that video in the description. But it's what the director said right here that interested me a lot more, and he's doubling down on this, so there better not be a back out. He says exactly right here when speaking to IGN, he says, "This is the decider. You don't have to debate it anymore. You watch this film, that's Godzilla, that's King Kong. They're beating the out of each other and one wins, and that's it." I love this director. He's just plain and simple putting it out there like, look, we're not going to cop out here, guys. There is going to be a clear winner by the end of this movie. That's Godzilla. That's King Kong. They'll fight, and by the end, you'll know who the winner is, and that'll be the end of the story. There won't be this whole, oh, they got together, they're friends now, oh, they got to fight this bigger monster, even though they are going to fight a bigger monster. He is still doubling down that we will have a clear winner, and I'm still hairy cheeks all the way, but I guess we'll have to wait and see on that if his word is true. We are literally 1 month away. Did this clip that got released get you excited for the movie? Would you have rather a different part of the film be released? And how do you feel about the director's comments doubling down that we will get a clear winner? Alright, let's go ahead and talk about one of the superheroes that has been deserving a reboot, and that is Superman. It is finally official, okay? We are getting a new Superman movie. No more hearing about it every other week and then nothing ever happens. We actually have quotes from people in the industry saying that this movie is happening. It's official. They have a writer, and I think it's gonna blow some people's minds and also maybe piss some people off for the wrong reasons. It was first exclusively reported by Shadow and Act, but I'm gonna go ahead and read the article from the Hollywood Reporter because they added in a bigger detail that Shadow and Act did not. And they went ahead and said here that Tanishi Coates to write new Superman movie for Warner Brothers. So they have a writer right now for this Superman movie. It's going to be this man right here who doesn't have a lot of movie credit to him, but he's most notably known for writing a lot of Black Panther comic books, some that people are enjoying a lot. The movie is also going to be produced by J.J. Abrams, a man you should be very familiar with in the movie industry, directed The Force Awakens. And at first when this story came out, it was kind of unclear what they meant. Having that word reboot kind of made it clear that they were not going to be bringing back Henry Cavill. And look, I love Henry Cavill Superman. Man of Steel is still one of my top 3 of the DC Universe movies that they've released right now. I think that movie is really well done, and I think Henry Cavill has kind of been screwed a little bit by WB, and he for sure deserved a new Superman movie, but I can't deny it. The man is a megastar now. He's working a lot in the industry right now with The Witcher, and he just got added to what seems to be a Mass Effect movie. So with that said, it seemed very unlikely that Henry Cavill will return. I'm just kind of saying that to open your minds that this will be happening. I mean, we've had a million Batmans, we've had 4 or 5 Supermans. We think we'll be okay if they reboot him. And now in the age of multiverses, Henry Cavill can always come back in a couple years. But now with this Hollywood Reporter, it seems super likely that it's not going to be Henry Cavill. For one, J.J. Abrams had to say this about the new movie. He says, "There is a new, powerful, and moving Superman story yet to be told. We couldn't be more thrilled to be working with the brilliant Mr. Coates to help bring the story to the big screen, and we're beyond thankful to the team at Warner Brothers for the opportunity." And then the Hollywood Reporter goes ahead and says this, "According to sources, the project is being set up as a Black Superman story. This is something that the studio has been trying to wrap its head around for months, if not a year or two. Michael B. Jordan tried to develop a Black Superman project when he first arrived at the studio with his deal in 2019, but that did not go very far at the time. According to sources, it is possible that the studio could return to him to star down the line." Essentially, what you're hearing here is that Warner Brothers wants to reboot Superman as a Black Superman. And I know, immediately, people going crazy, people going mad and wild. There is already a Black Superman in the comic books. In the comic books, there is a Black Superman named Calvin Ellis, still with the Kryptonian name Kal-El. And in his universe, he ends up becoming the President of the United States. He is from the multiverse, so he's not essentially our mainstay Superman. And you know, you kind of pair this up with everything we've been seeing Warner Bros. Announce lately, a Latino Supergirl, now a Black Superman, the Flash movie dipping its toes into the multiverse, bringing back Michael Keaton Batman and Ben Affleck Batman at the same time. This Superman movie could be taking place in a whole different universe, introducing us to this Black Superman in an alternate world, not really having to stick to the story that we've always known for Clark Kent. So in a weird way, Henry Cavill could still be our Superman, and they haven't gotten rid of him. They're just gonna go ahead and take a detour and tell this Black Superman story instead for the meantime. I know people want to get really pissy and upset and say this is woke or it's just for diversity reasons or whatever, but all I honestly care about is a good Superman story, okay? It is kind of scary, though, that they mentioned this is just something, an idea that they've had for months, which goes to show you that Warner Brothers is just very reactionary. They don't have a plan on their hands. Right now, the hot thing to do is bring in all these multiverse characters that are different races. They're going to throw them at us, and what works, they'll keep doing, and what doesn't, they're going to ignore, toss aside, and leave us begging for more. Of course, I'm a Marvel fan, but I want DC to succeed all the time, and it just doesn't feel like they have the right motivations or even plan in place to make these things succeed the way they should. Still, this is what's coming out now. All that's official right now is that we are getting a new Superman movie. It's said to be involving a Black Superman, but hey, it could still be Henry Cavill's Superman, or it could still be a traditionally white-looking Superman. I'm really curious to see what the comment section is going to be saying about this. But go ahead and leave me your thoughts down below with everything we discussed here today. That is all the movie news. Be sure to like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at 3C Film Review. As always, I'm Chris. Take care.